Greetings from the right coast. This is Mad Shad. What are we going to talk about today? I don't know. What y'all want to talk about? Tell you, what is this, day 3 of my RV nightmare excursion? Oh, I need to fix that, don't I? That's the window, the front, the cockpit of the RV, if you will. Sun's blaring through it. Got a little thermometer here, and right now it's currently what's that say? Almost 70 degrees in here. Except on the floor, it's really cold. And then back this way. But that window is like 80 degrees with the sun blaring in on it. So I mean, first light. As soon as first light hits, I open the shades. They got shade. They got these shutters, or whatever they are, and I open them up, and the cats and the dog go right to it, and that's where they spend most of their time. Let's see. The back room, where the bedroom is. I closed that area off. Closed it off. That's the back of the RV. And in the bathroom area, I closed that off and heated up this area, which last night I was able to heat it up with this amazing heater. This amazing heater. It got cold last night. It got to 30 something degrees. It's fucking cold. It got up to... I think the last time I seen it was 55 degrees, and of course I had all these blankets. I've took the couch. The couch lays out. I didn't know this shit. Should have known these things. The more I'm here, the more I find out stuff. And yeah, now I'm sleeping there. We all can sleep there quite comfortably, and just have a good rest, good sleep. But yeah, so what I really wanted to talk about today, which this whole kind of situation, I see everything going. I don't know how annoying that is for you guys. I'm sorry. Let me see if I can try to fix that. How's that? Is that better? Huh? Is that better? How's that? Yeah. Okay. More secure the lighting. But I don't have a mirror around here. I don't get to see myself, so I'm looking at myself right now. Yeah. Is convenience, luxury, disposable life? Throughout the history of the world, we have never had such a high standard of living. It's the highest that the world history has ever seen. Seriously. Drinking water out of this thing. I have access to water. I have access to food in cans. I even have access to beer. I like this, by the way. Voodoo Ranger. My friend next door, he turned me onto it, which is very interesting. He offered me a job in Cleveland, Ohio. I don't know. Supposed to go up there and check it out. I don't know what the terms are, but it's part of my mag. And they run a business making stuff, and they like to hire veterans. And he knows me rather well, and I'm one of those people that you call me, I'm there. What's the task? Okay, let's do it. And I already know what to do in my head, and then I just do it, and I don't stop until it's done. And so that's the kind of work that is done in this kind of factory in Cleveland, Ohio, where they make this product. And I don't know. I don't know. I don't know much about it, but he said, "Why don't you just come along and we'll meet everybody, have a meet and greet with everyone, and you know, see if you like it." I've been doing some research on that. Cleveland, woo, wow, but the surrounding areas. I mean, it's right off of Lake Erie. They call it the mistake on the lake, but I mean, it's kind of a it's kind of appealing because it's not a big city. It's actually a dying city. That makes sense. People are actually fucking leaving there. There's more homeless population there than anything. But they have some nice lake areas and park areas and outside areas. I kind of like that. And maybe I can get out, you know, away from all the hustle and bustle and get some land maybe. I mean, that's just, you know, me, I'm always brainstorming and pipe dreaming. Maybe I should actually do a little bit of, you know, like just simple actually thinking. But so yeah, so I don't know. The opportunity is there for me to go check it out, see if I like it. The cost of living is low, so if the salary is high, you know, who knows? Maybe I'll do it. It is working with a lot of solvents though, and I mean, I just got out of the pest control industry that tried to kill me a few times. Do I really want to go back into into a toxic environment? Yeah, I kind of like the nature thing. Toxic environment. That's why I closed off the back area, the back room. I found mold and everything, and you can feel it in your lungs as you're breathing. All that shit as I'm trying to heat up that surface. I'm waking up the mold and the mildew and palmetto bugs are hatching, and so I was like, yeah, you know, fuck that area. I'm gonna set out here, and this heater is adequate enough. It's badass. All I gotta say, and it really pumps out the heat and heats up the area. You know, depending on the area that you're trying to, and how I take all the, like, these windows have these little things, these shutters, and they kind of work to insulate. This place is somewhat insulated, but yeah, so I got all kinds of blankets here. Charity's hanging out on the blankets. But the worst thing about sleeping with a bunch of animals, 3 cats and a dog, 2 cats, because one cat says, she's like, screw you guys, and she goes up high. She's young enough and spry enough that she can get up high and set where I check the temperature, it's like 80 degrees up high. I'm like, no shit. But at night, when it's like 55 degrees at low level, so I don't know, but the worst thing about sleeping with a bunch of animals in the cold is they hog the bed. They were pushing me off the side, you know. I'm fighting for bed space, bed real estate, like, you know, and they're just like, nah, fuck you, I'm like, okay, all right, fine. All right. I find myself just kind of grabbing them and cuddling. That's what I do. If they piss me off, I do the whole I will hug you and love you and squeeze you and pet you and I chew on their ears. You know, and they're like, meow, meow. They don't claw me or whatever. They want to. You know, they know I'm not angry, I'm not mad. You know, but they're just like, shit. It's like I'm giving them a noogie. You know, I'm chewing on their ears, and this thing keeps falling. Let me figure out a better situation. I got this thing propped up on my bug out bag. which is empty, so it's kind of floppy. So, yeah, disposable. I mean, I had a meeting with the owner yesterday. Very brief. He came in, ran off, went into his house. He came in. He came back from Florida yesterday. This was yesterday. Yeah, came back from Florida and just came in and said, "Hey, how you doing? I'll be right back." And I didn't see him for like 2-3 hours. He was in the house. And then finally he came in. He's like, "Okay, so what's the situation? Why can't we get power in here?" And I said, "Well, it's all shorted out by water." Yes. And he's like, "Oh well, fuck it," and left. Thanks for stopping by. That's it. That's the last time I've heard from him. I seen him earlier when that night. I texted him and said, "Hey, I'm coming in to eat some food. You know, heat up some food. I'd be really, really quick." It seems like, you know, I'm overstaying my welcome here. Some people just can't deal. They cannot fucking deal with it. And his attitude is to just run away. Fuck it. Throw it away. It's not mine. It's mine, but it's bought and paid for. It's not a big deal. So he's just gonna let it just rot. You know, let it throw it away. Maybe I can buy it for like $5,000. Of course, I'd have to sink like $20,000 into it. You know, fuck that. So I don't have $5,000 anyway. Well, the joke's on me. But you know, this whole idea of just fuck it, just throw it away. It doesn't work anymore. Throw it away. Everything's just so disposable now. You know, and this is inspired by watching Prepper Nation with the whole, you know, everybody's used to that, you know, push button convenience. You know, boom, you want something to eat, bam, Uber. You know, knock on the door. But no, they don't even knock anymore. They practice a non-contact delivery. So you've already prepaid. They come, drop your food off in a predetermined location and haul ass, and they text you, "Okay, your food's there," and then you can come out and talk to them or grab your food. You know, if you want to tip them later, you can tip them, or you can tip them before. I don't know. I mean, is this where we're headed? I mean, we're gonna just be so fucking isolated. We're gonna just keep ourselves isolated and push button, you know, convenience. Hello? Yes, can I get a pizza? Yeah, and a pack of cigarettes and maybe some beer. You know, how'd that work out for everybody in the polar vortex? Not so much, huh? Man, those guys, you know, as I was going through my watery torture, my waterboarding here in South Carolina, those guys were getting froze. I mean, my mom, she lives in Tennessee, and she was like, yeah, she called me up. She's like, yeah, we got about 10 inches. Damn. But no power. Power stayed on, you know, no big deal. Tennessee is used to that, you know. They get cold. They get snow. I remember the years where it used to snow and ice all the time. And I also went through the big blizzard in '89, and we didn't have power for like 2 weeks. We had a large kerosene heater that me, my brother, my sister, and my mom literally we lived around that thing. No power. Literally, we had a big ass power line drop onto the car, sparked up a little bit, and then just went dead. And we didn't go out there for 2-3 days. couldn't call anybody. Nobody would. I mean, nothing was. Even the power lines, even the telephone lines on the power lines were just. I mean, there was so much ice on it. You know, they were just. You could literally. They were so heavy with ice that you could literally walk up to one and touch it. You know, so it was quite the. It was very beautiful. I mean, all of the trees were just covered in ice. They were snapping like twigs. It was interesting. As a kid, it was fun. It sucked because we were cold, and I'm sure my mom was just going out of her fucking mind. And we would just, we would take cans of this, open it up, put it on the kerosene heater, heat it up, and we'd have our little bowls and, and a spoon. Oh, this we're camping out inside. And my mom is probably thinking, oh shit, we're gonna die. But yeah. But I remember that, man. I can only imagine now me going through that. So yeah, you without power, oh man, I'm not set up at all. I'm totally. I'd have to jump in somebody's house and go, I don't care. We're gonna figure this shit out. There are some houses here that have chimneys, but they don't use them. It's more of a novelty, if you will. Like, oh yeah, we got a chimney, we got a fireplace. They throw their little Duraflame log in there and they go at it and have fun. Oh yay, we got us a fire! Yay, let's roast some marshmallows and throw a hot dog in there. Yeah, what if you had to survive in a very fucking wintry wonderland, and that's all you had. Chimney, a little novelty fucking fireplace. I can just imagine, especially this group, sitting out there. Oh shit, that's hot. Freaking out. I mean, that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy to watch them. I'd have to be there to tell them, look, just do this, And they'd be burning pine. You can't burn pine. Do not burn pine in your fireplace. It's not good. That resin and all that sap goes up into your chimney and creates a sap lining inside your chimney that catches on fire and burns your whole fucking house down. And plus, pine wood is very toxic to breathe. Even though the thing is, all the smoke is going up. Now, mind you, there's another thing to think about here is like when you're cooking. There's a large percentage of population in the world that still cook inside with fire. They've been doing it for thousands of years and they haven't changed. It's just the way it is, and they have problems. And it's the women, it's a that kind of patriarch matriarch society, and so the woman is in charge of cooking, and they develop lung cancers and breathing problems early on in their life, 20s or in their 30s and 40s, and ultimately succumb to that, from cooking with wood in an enclosed area, even if it's vented. So, it's just the way it is. It's the way it is. Oh, hell, it's like 65 degrees in here now. Oh, yeah. All right. Doing good. That's the sun coming up. It's coming up that's the East Coast over there, and it's coming up. Heating up this place. Yeah. But, yeah. Convenience and luxury. It can all be taken away like that. That's why we prep is to have that, that level of comfort. You prep to your level of comfort. Yeah. Me, I've been living in luxury for quite some time. I had a great place to live. Had running hot water. I don't have to go to the stream and get it. You know, I don't have to purify it. It's there. All I got to do is just turn a knob and it comes out. Or grab it and drink it. I digress. Aha. But there's a little bit of air here. But where was I? Yeah. I forget. Yeah. Living in a life of luxury. Central heating and air. Wall-to-wall carpeting. Yeah, I had to deal with neighbors and, you know, all this crap. But it was relatively a life of luxury. It really was. I consider this kind of luxury too. I mean, I could be homeless if it wasn't for friends. Even if they don't know what the hell they're doing, you know, that's fine. I gotta accept it. I have no other choice. Yeah. I mean, I have choices. Sure. Euthanize the animals and go stay in a fucking house. Which I don't feel welcome in. It's just the way it is. You can feel things. I mean, especially now, my spider senses, my spider senses are tingling. Yeah, it's. I've got friends right next door. They're not over here talking to me. They're not, you know, I haven't heard them on the phone or anything. They just kind of. Hell, they've disappeared. They've left. There's still people inside, and they stay in their rooms, and they only come out to yell and cuss and scream. You know, tell us to be quiet. Why don't you be quiet? Okay, sorry, excuse me. You know, I'm just tiptoeing through here. But you know, I don't know. I mean, isolation. It's an isolation too. Especially, you know, when you're friends, you know, it's kind of weird. It's like, oh, okay, you're all right. You're gonna help. Yeah, great. You know, you want to grab a beer, hang out, talk. No, they're busy. They don't want to be disturbed. They don't want to be bothered. They don't want to see the what's going on. You know, and so I'm trying my best to be a gracious guest. You know, I really am. I can't offend anybody's sensibilities. I can't step on anybody's toes, and you know, start making demands. Start telling what we need to do and what, you know, needs to happen, because they've got their own lives and they got their own agendas, and it doesn't involve me. You know, they're helping as they can in their own capacity, and that's I'm very thankful and grateful for that. You know, I can only imagine what their what the conversations are about me. Freaking loser. Fine, I got a freaking loser idiot living in my RV with 3 cats and a dog. Disgusting. Da 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 da. I don't know. I mean, I can only assume, because I don't get to talk to anybody. I don't get to feel them out. You know, there's nobody really coming here and checking on me. Yeah, which is fine. I can take care of myself. Seriously. Yeah. I think it's because that we think that we have something, you know, put away. This was an insurance policy, and now it's gone. It's went to crap. It's went to shit. And so I can only imagine what kind of feelings that he's having over it. You know, like, great, there's such is my life, yada yada yada. You know, everything I touch turns to crap. So yeah, and he just wants to leave and you know, enjoy his party life, and enjoy the life of convenience and luxury. You know, so it's interesting to see. I don't know. It's like a outside looking in perspective. And we've seen this with, with everybody, this shift event, this mini shift event, with the polar vortex. Unforeseeable, huh? And people just don't think about it. They're still wearing shorts and tank tops and flip flops, and next thing you know, it's 20 below zero outside. Everything's covered in ice. You're like, what? I don't have anything. I mean, crazy. Crazy. And now they do. I bet they do now. I bet they're on the phone right now. Hey, Amazon, I need Gore-Tex from head to toe. I need Gore-Tex boots. I need Gore-Tex pants. I need Gore-Tex jacket. I need Gore-Tex gloves. I need Gore-Tex fucking beanies. I need Gore-Tex underwear. I need it all right here, right now. Deliver. Yeah. Oh, okay. Approximate shipping time is going to be about never. You guys are frozen. I mean, that's a logistical nightmare. You can't get anything through that. You probably could. You could probably throw in the chains on a truck or something and salt the roads. I mean, they're not even salting the roads. They're not even set up for that. In this area, we had one in the past 10 years. I mean, like I said, it rarely snows here, but since I've been here since 2000, it snowed like 3 or 4 times, I think. And then the last time, years ago, it iced, and it stayed iced up for almost a week. And people just, obviously they lose their minds. They don't know how to drive in it, and they don't know how to act in it. And there's no toilet paper, there's no water. Everybody goes for the run. And then it's all gone. But we were still able to, and we had one ice truck. That's it. We had one ice truck snowplow. That's it. One salt truck. Now they have a fleet. I mean, after that, the municipalities figured out, oh shit, we are not prepared for this. So, and the people were like, rabble, rabble, rabble. Where's our tax dollars going? Why are you not salting the roads? Well, we are. We just got one truck, and he's got thousands upon thousands of miles to go, so he'll be there soon. And there's like two different power companies here, Horry County Electric Cooperative and Santee Cooper, and they had groups out, working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, trying to keep the power up and on. So that was good, because we're already prepped for hurricanes. That's our big thing, is hurricanes and floods. That's what we get here. That's our big fucking. That's our life. That's our reality. So everybody does. Even the local businesses, the local government does that. Our local authorities. They actually do stuff. They actually do something. What y'all doing? Okay. So, but they're getting millions of dollars. So yeah, they better be buying them. So salt, yeah. Just thinking. What happens when you lose that convenience? When you lose that life of luxury? Yeah. You can't go to the store. You can't make a phone call and get something delivered. I am truly blessed, and had the forethought to prep. I have like a year and a half worth of food, almost 2 years, roughly 2 years, and more water than I know what to do with. That I'm just drinking. I mean, I got thousands of these, thousands. Which is fine, because I don't have to go in there and draw water. Although I wouldn't mind making some coffee. I might do that. I might build me a little fire. Do the stove thing. Do a little rocket stove, twig stove. That's something I'm thinking. Wait, I can't make coffee? Oh man, that sucks. And people are like, well, just go out and get you a coffee maker. That's my point. That's my point. Yeah. Just can't do that. Fuck, that's getting cold. It's cold out there. It's still cold outside. It's in here, then it's, it's being warmed by the sun. So that's good. Damn. Yeah. Dropped. Temperature dropped there. But yeah, I mean, so now is the time to talk to people about prepping. I mean, that's a oh shit moment right there. Like the oh shit handles. Oh shit. It's definitely an oh shit moment. So even if it doesn't, and that's when people start prepping, is when it happens. When the situation arises. That's when they're like, whoa, oh my God, because that's how we live our life. We live our life with, I know, this thing keeps fucking around me. Come on, stay. Not you. You're... I'll just hold it. Fuck. Anyway. Yeah, that's when we want it. Is we want it all, we want it now. We want it all, we want it right fucking now, don't we? And that's how our society lives, because convenience makes us weak. Yes. Convenience makes us weak. You got to get out there and you got to do the stuff. You got to go get the stuff. You got to make it work. And just making a phone call, pushing a button, and having what you want. That's everybody's. That's how we're trained in this society, because we have such a high level of luxury. We really do. I mean, if you go out into the world, and you can do this on this little thing right here. You can do that. And see how the other people of the world live day to day. They have to go and get water in buckets, and put them on their head and walk around, walk for miles and draw water every day. They have to gather firewood, chop it up right there every day. They gotta go pick food. They gotta go slaughter food. Sometimes they don't eat. Sometimes it's very meager. Very, very meager indeed. I've been trying to eat kind of meager. I'm probably losing a little weight here. I notice my neck is kind of not getting as fat, but I don't have a fat neck anymore. I can't see my ribs still, so I've prepped there too. Put on some pounds before all this shit happens. So yeah, I mean, most of the world has to work their ass off, for stuff that we just get a button for. We just hit a button, and to move 1 pound of food. This is from Sun Tzu. To move 1 pound of food takes 10 pounds to move it. You think about it, and not only just that. I mean, that was back in the old days when they didn't have gasoline, they didn't have electricity, and so now 1 pound of food is probably 10 pounds of food, because you gotta feed everybody else to move it, and then you gotta gas everybody up, the cars and the trucks and the minivans and the 18-wheelers and the forklifts and the money you gotta pay all these people. So your steak that you're buying $10 a pound for is costing, it's costing like, who knows? I mean, I don't know if you can try to break that down somehow. I'm just guesstimating here, maybe $30,000 just to get that 1 pound of steak to you. You think about it. I mean, not to mention all the infrastructure that's needed. The $100,000 rig, and you're on a farm that's 500,000. It's like 200 acres. That's $1.2 million. So I mean, who knows? Maybe it's even more if you think of it that way. But not to mention the ingenuity and the mining to get the precious metals and all that to make the stuff, to get that stuff to you, iron and steel, and that shit has to be forged and melted and refined and shaped and built and polished, and I mean, and then everything you see, everything made of plastic. Most of that is old dead vegetation and dinosaurs. Oil, yes, oil. Plastic mostly comes from oil. So, and they refine it in certain ways. There's other stuff, textiles and things that they've been playing with, but yeah, you understand, you get that. It takes a lot. It takes a lot, and we figured it out. We figured out how to advantage our environment to our convenience and luxury. I mean, going back to the tales of the Native Americans of America, there's even still there's you still have nomadic tribes, like the Mongolian tribes that chase the reindeer around the Mongolian steppes, around the plains land. They just go from herd to herd to herd, and they keep a herd, and they just keep pushing their herd, and so they can get food, and then they slaughter reindeers, and they get yak's milk, and but they stay nomadic, and they live in yurts, and they live pretty good, But here we are in our homes made of stick and dinosaur juice. stick and dinosaur juice and rock that we've refined into something like steel. So, all these elements, earth, wind, fire, and water, we figured out a way. This is alchemy. This is alchemy. This is it, This is it. Everything you ever wanted, right here, in this day and age, right here, right now. So it wouldn't. I used to watch that show, Earth After Man, that kind of thing, and and you've seen this, and I've seen it too. Old abandoned buildings and stuff. Nature takes over rather quickly, and I remember going through the woods in places and around here, because this all used to be like Air Force Base kind of stuff. But you go through the woods, and you're walking through the woods, and then all of a sudden you get a clearing, and you're walking on asphalt. Like, there's like pieces of the wood is missing, the ground is missing, and you're walking on asphalt. You're like, what the fuck? Is there a road here? Wow. Yeah. Is it airstrip? What? Wow, yeah, it's really quick how it takes over. But I just wonder, is this what we're destined to do, or are we gonna do that whole build back better thing? Yeah, that's it. Let's build back better. Let's destroy everything first, and then build back better. So we all heard about that, New World Order, World Health Organization, all, the cabal, whatever, those guys, Santa Claus. Santa Claus. Hi. I know. My dog is like, what the fuck are you talking about? Aww. Yeah, what's up, baby? You're on YouTube. Say hi. Say hi to everybody. This is Charity. And our animals. We've domesticated animals. And they rely on our convenience and luxury. I feed them. I open up a can of food, put it in their metal bowl. I give them water from a container. That food was processed somewhere in some plant somewhere, and came from some animal that they slaughtered and put into a meat grinder and made into a soup. added so many different other ingredients and chemicals and whatnots and what have yous to give you that little 77 cents can of food. You know, the kibble, the freeze-dried kibble, that is parts or, animals are mechanically separated and processed and freeze-dried and, just to make this stuff that we feed our animals. I also give them egg. I give them raw egg. And that came from, some kind of egg factory. An egg production farm, and where there's so much goes into that, and that has to be shipped, and who knows where it comes from. I don't know. Where's it say? I can't see. Almost. But you get my point. What is in your area? Is there food in your area? Does your food come from your area? No, it does not. It comes from miles away. Hundreds of miles away, if not more. Could be from another country. I mean, so that's something we need to think about, man, is getting food. Where's our food production? They're destroying our food production. We know that what is it, Bill Gates? He's buying all the fucking farms. Buying them all. He's like the largest farm owner now. And he gets to do what he wants. And we know that he does not want meat, cattle, beef. It's what makes us strong. It's what heals us. I don't want to offend you vegans, because I know you'll get short of breath and pass out. But beef is what builds this country. Beef is what defends this country. It is. Okay? This is the way it is. We're omnicarnivorous. We evolved to be able to eat. We need plant. We need plant-based. Yeah, we need it. We need our reds and greens. Yeah, that's right. We need our reds and greens. And we need meat. We need fish, chicken, poultry, pig, cattle, beef. We need that shit. We need it. We need it. We already learned that, you can't survive on rabbit alone. You can't survive on squirrel alone. There's an actual, syndrome called rabbit starvation. Where you got to diversify your diet. You have to, and you better be thinking about meat. So, eggs are a good source of protein, and they will keep you alive. Eggs are a superfood. I eat a lot of eggs. So these animals, and I feel great. But you got to have some meat in there somewhere. Bodybuilders will tell you that. Protein, tuna fish, meat. Got to have meat. Carne. Carnivorous. We are carnivorous. That's why we have two little canine's teeth. So we can rip, slash, and tear. We have molars, so we can grind, for grinding down seeds and harder, plant-based fibrous material. But then we have, incisors and actual canine teeth that we can, rip, slash, and tear at the meat and cut it, So that's how we are. That's how we're made, and that's why we have, our intestines. That's why we have miles upon miles of intestine. We have the small intestine and the large intestine, so it can process it. So we can process that meat and the fibers. You need a longer digestive system to process plants and stuff. You see cows, they eat cud. They have like 2-3 stomachs. So and they have to constantly chew their cud. And anyway, I'm getting all biological here. What the fuck? But I don't know. Whatever. That's how we're evolved. An animal, dogs and cats, predators, they have a very simple kind of digestive system. It's like a straight pipe. It goes in their mouth, it goes in their stomach, it gets broken down, it goes through their intestine, and then it gets pushed out the back. That's it. That's all. Boom. You know, because they eat meat. I mean, they eat some kind of, vegetation, carrots and peas and, shit like that. But, for the most part, they are carnivorous and they get all they need from meat. We are omnicarnivorous, so, yeah, we can survive off of plant-based, insect-based, foods, because we're designed to survive. That we can just about eat anything. Look at the Chinese; they eat everything. Seriously, we do too. I mean, we do too. We just don't know it. But it kind of seems like, yeah, they're trying to evolve us. They are pushing our evolution. And, we all know 2030 or 2021, we're here. Welcome to 2021. And then by 2030, things will change drastically. And then by 2050, their plan will be enacted and we will be slaves. Good little slaves eating insects. While the elites eat burgers and cattle. Because Bill Gates is going to have cattle. And if you're lucky enough, you might be one of those security forces that's guarding all this shit from the masses, who are kind of weak anyway, because they're going to be eating plants and insects. So, you might be lucky enough to be a jackbooted thug and get some meat every now and then to keep you strong. But, otherwise, we're all going to be nice little autonomous slaves living in city centers. What's it called? Neom? They got this called The Line. I've been seeing these things, man. They want to redesign the city to have its own little sustainable source of food and energy, and everything up top is growing and living for the elites. And then everything below it, underground, is all the traffic and the commerce and all that going on, and possibly the place where we will live, in the dark, dank boiler rooms, working our 18-hour shifts for a plant-based insect patty, or Soylent Green. I mean, come on, we know this is what's going on, and here we are. So, we need to change. We all need to be self-sustained, self-sufficient, self-reliable. Yeah, that's what we need. Yeah, great advice coming from coming from me in my situation. I'm an idiot. I only have 2 brain cells, so. But, with all this doom and gloom and all that, there's still hope. There's still life. There's still love. There's still community. There's still family. There's still friends. There's still air. One of my little things I do is I breathe in and I think to myself, I thank you. I'm very grateful for this air, for this breath. And when I breathe out, I love you, because I'm giving my exhalation, my carbon dioxide, to the plants and to the world. So they can use it as they see fit to make oxygen for me. I don't know. That's my kind of little. So even if you think you're worthless, just you breathing is great for the ecosystem. Damn it. Just when you thought you were worthless. So, yeah. It's a self-correcting system. It really is. And it doesn't matter what we do. It really doesn't. Because we've had, what, 5, 6 extinction level events in our history, in the Earth's history. Of what? I forget how old we are. 11 billion? I forget. Anyway, yeah. At one point in time, there was only 7,000. They guesstimate only 7,000 humans scattered all throughout the world, and 99% of all species on life has been extinct. Think about that one. You know, we're still finding stuff like, wow, this was a new plant. You know, millions of years ago. Wow, this was a new dinosaur. Wow, this is a new animal. Wow, this is a new. Is that a new human? Human-like, human-ish? So much comes and goes in this fleeting world, and our perception of time, it's measured in our lifespan, which we all want to live forever. We all think we're going to live forever, and no, you're not. We're all going to die. It's just the way it is. That's part of the system. That's it. We all live and we all die, and then our death creates life, and life creates death, and then it's a system. It's a cycle, and that's the truth of it. And that has nothing to do with any kind of philosophies or religions or esoterics. It's the truth. We live, we procreate, we live, we grow, and we die. And that in turn creates more. I mean, that's what's up. So, wow, I've been just rambling on here. Rambling on. You guys know I'm a rambler anyway. Rantings of a madman. So, cheers. Skull! Life-giving water. Yeah, we found other planets out there. So far, we can see 245 billion light years in the circumference around ourselves. And this little dirty ice ball next to a sun. That's everything is fairly consistent, and that's what life needs, is a consistency. And things are going to change, and that's what we are. Is any kind of change in that consistency fucks us all up. And that's what we need to do as preppers, is to understand that we are prepping for that inconsistency, that Murphy's Law. That's what we got to do. That's where we got to hone our skills. And yeah, that's true. The more you know, the less you have to carry. Yeah, absolutely, it's true. But most of us live in homes, and prefabricated homes, and get our food delivered. Everything's delivered, unless you're homesteading and you're growing your own food. That's cool. That's really cool. Or you're foraging and hunting, which is a dying art. It really is. It really is. Fishing. I need to do some fishing. But I'm having my little shift moment here, so I gotta pool my resources to survive here, to provide for the furry faces. So yeah, I just wanted to get on here and just ramble. Now I gotta pee. And that's another thing, is the waste that we produce and we get rid of. That has something to do with it. So that's part of the system, the self-correcting system. So I'm going to leave it at that. Yeah, This is Mad Shad. Ranting and raving. It's great. It's great. It's the weekend. It's Sunday. So, you know, by Monday, everybody's going to be popping up and doing their thing and, you know, whatever they need to do. And I'm sure I'll be, you know, that's when the system, the machine sparks to life is on a Monday morning. Oh, time to go. All right, maximum reached. All right, this is Mad Shad signing off.